Now I'm out of trouble. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We sit down.
Testing. Good afternoon, everyone. May I welcome you to the terrific downtown Topeka Ramada. One motel, sorry.
It's a great day to be a Rotarian, isn't it? First of all, I would just, before we start, Kirk Johnson will be on his way up here to do the guest introductions, the Rotary Minute. But we have a past member who's been traveling around the world that has come back in town, and I thought we should all give her a special welcome. Sherry, stand up.
Welcome, visiting Rotarians. Our tradition here is that we introduce you, you stand, and stay standing, and when we are done, we will give you a nice round of applause. So, we have three visiting visitors today. Monique Glade, who is with Community Enrichment. Hi, Monique.
Hi.
Sharon Carlson, who you just met again.
Hi, Sharon.
And Karen Streeter, who is with SLI.
Hi, Karen.
Let's give them a big round of applause. Now, my Rotary Minute really is a little non-traditional. But a few weeks ago, we had Don Robinson, who is with the Race Against Breast Cancer, as our speaker. And for those of you who weren't here, or if you just don't know what the Race Against Breast Cancer does, in very simple terms, they provide no-cost mammograms for men and women here in our community. Their single, and that is their single purpose. They have several fundraisers during the year, but one of them is the Race Against Breast Cancer 5K Run and Walk. And you can run that race or walk that race as an individual or as a team. And Scott Teeter and I were sitting there listening to her. We both have run that race a number of times about what a good idea to form a Rotary team to help this community event and to promote our group. So I am trying to get a team together. The race is on Saturday, October 5th at 9 o'clock. It leaves from Topeka West High School. I can almost assure you it will be a beautiful day. It almost always is. So if you don't run, it's a great day to just get out and have a nice little walk. A 5K is about 3 miles, so not too long. We need a minimum of 5 for a team. So far we've got Scott, Roger Underwood, and I will be running. And so I have entry forms, and if anybody would like to join, it's $20 to enter the race. You get a t-shirt from the Race Against Breast Cancer, but we will also provide a Rotary t-shirt so that we can, again, promote Rotary. So I have sign-up sheets, and if anybody would like to see me after the meeting, I'd be happy to hand those out. Or any questions right now? I'm looking at you. You can run. Thinking of some people who didn't help out. So see me afterwards. Thanks.
If you'll recall also that this is one of our special service projects that we are helping them with. So we can help them in both ends, actually participating in the race and helping them get organized for the race. Our August featured charity this month is Topeka High Interact Club. Our club has donated clothes to their clothing bank and collected ties. and we will continue to have an Interact Club with them this year, and we'll hear more about the Interact Club later in our year. Are there any Friend X announcements? All right. I wanted to share with you a couple opportunities for us to learn more about Rotary and also more about leadership. The Rotary Leadership Institute is a 2-day class. How many of you have participated in Leadership Institute? It's a wonderful opportunity to just learn more about Rotary and how big and impactful the organization is. There are 2 opportunities for it yet this fall. One is in Manhattan, September 14th and 15th, and another is in Gardner, October 26th and 27th. The tuition is $55, and if we get 3 members to participate in it, they'll give us back $55, and so you'll get a third of your tuition back. So give it some thought. And you can talk to me afterwards if you're interested in participating in that. Also, the Kansas Leadership Center, which is out of Wichita, has 2 programs. One is called Your Leadership Edge, which is 3 days in Wichita and Kansas City. Who has participated in Leadership Edge? And would you go again? Oh, yeah. So, again, I encourage you to think about that. They also have another program that is 7 days in Wichita, and it's Lead for Change, so that's a little bit more of a commitment. But Stan and I did it last spring, and it is well worth the time and commitment. And there are scholarships available for the Kansas Leadership Center. Yana isn't here this afternoon, but I did want to tell you about a party she's having. An open house for her new office is this afternoon, and she will be having a ribbon cutting for that from 4 to 6. It's at 6028 Southwest 29th, and that probably doesn't mean anything to any of you, but it's right next door to Happy Bassett's, and I know you know where that is. So I encourage you to attend the open house and support Yana in her endeavors. Also, for those of you who are interested in more socializing at our weekly meetings, lunch will be available starting at 11:45 in the future. So those of you who would like to have a little bit more time visiting than you normally do because of our full meetings, come a little bit early, get your lunch, and you can have a little bit more time. Then, Joanne Tate, would you come up here, please? She's giving me a dirty look. So, last week, we celebrated Dick Knoll as a member of our club who has made a difference. And this week, I wanted to have us celebrate Joanne Tate for making a difference. Now, she's getting ready to retire and resign from the club, but I'm just ignoring that today. I keep trying to tell her, you can commute back here for meetings. But you know those flags we get? Oh, wait, how many do we have? 400 or so? A lot. We have a lot. We have, I think, 3 file boxes of flags from all over the world, from other clubs. And at our first meeting for my year as president, you notice that we had a flag behind each chair to recognize just how big Rotary is and what a difference. Well, this lady took all of those flags and she organized them by country and alphabet. So it's one of those things that makes a big difference, but that you never see or know that someone has made a difference. So Joanne, welcome, because you have made a difference to our club. Thank you very much. Joanne's retirement party is September 12th at the SLI office, and I think we can just RSVP with you, Joanne. Will that work? Okay, great. Also, I wanted to call to your attention that on September 5th from 5:30 to 8 here in the Sunflower Conference Center, the Center for Greater Topeka Partnership is having a turning point session to just talk about how we in our city can increase our community pride and engagement in Topeka. And it's a project connected with Momentum 2022. So I encourage you all to think about attending. I think it's a way that we can show that Rotary is committed to Topeka, and we have great pride in being members of Topeka. Glenda Du Bois, and I don't see her here this afternoon. You can contact her if you wish to make a reservation. Lastly, and I don't see Angel here either, but Angel Zimmerman just completed 6 years as the chair of the Women's Initiative Committee as part of the Go Topeka Entrepreneurial and Minority Business Development. And I wanted to congratulate her, but now you know that, and so when you see her, you can congratulate her. Marie will introduce our speakers today.
Good afternoon, everybody. I just got back from vacation. I was in Michigan, and the weather was a lot cooler, and I hear it's going to be 98 today, so I hopefully dressed appropriately. The Topeka Library, of where I work, one of our mantras is we never do anything alone. Any project we do with other people. And so we're always looking for those natural partners that we want to work with, those dynamic people who will push us a little bit further, who will inspire us to do great things. And the person that I get to introduce today is Monique Glade. And she is one of those activated people. She inspires all of us in Topeka. She works for the city of Topeka in neighborhood relations, and she is the community engagement director. And engagement is really the core of what Monique does. She has been instrumental in this community receiving awards at the national level, and she's also been instrumental in working with us and convincing the library and other partners to invite in some amazing young people to help us do some amazing things for Topeka. So I'm going to introduce Monique, and she's going to talk about the Americorp project.
Good afternoon. So I bring you greetings from the city of Topeka, and I appreciate you allowing me to come and speak to you this afternoon. So the City of Topeka Department of Neighborhood Relations has been honored to be the recipients of an Americorp National Civilian Community Corps, or NCCC Sun Team, 3 times since 2016. So while recognizing, as Marie had publicly stated earlier, there's no I in team, when strategizing this year on how we can make an impactful and intentional community change, we made a conscious decision to apply for an Americorp NCCC team this spring, and we're confident that collaborating with community partners would be the most beneficial for our entire community. Therefore, the City of Topeka partnered with the Topeka-Shawnee County Public Library, the VA Eastern Medical Center, and Shawnee County Parks and Recreation for an Americorp team in May, and we held our breath the entire month of June, literally awaiting the notification of approval of a team. I am proud to announce that Americorp NCCC has informed me and has recognized the important benefits of this form of collaboration and are encouraging other governmental entities across the country to utilize the Topeka model. Around 7:30 p.m. on Wednesday, July the 10th, Carrie Zimmerman with the Topeka-Shawnee County Public Library and I watched as this large red van, endearingly called Clifford, drove into the parking lot of the dorms of the Washburn campus. Carrie and I, you would have thought that we won a lottery. We anxiously awaited for the door to open, and voila, we laid our eyes on the Sun 5 team. While recognizing that they were exhausted from their 11-hour trip from Colorado to Topeka, they needed to stretch, they looked uncomfortable, they were hungry, and I think they just wanted to lay down in a comfortable bed to sleep. They smiled and greeted us and talked about their excitement to serve the great city of Topeka. During their tour, the Sun 5 team has provided the following invaluable services. With the Topeka-Shawnee County Public Library, they assist in a multitude of library programming, and they're also involved in activities related to increasing participation in the Dolly Parton Imagination Library. While the team serves at the VA, they provide the following services to veterans: escorting veterans to appointments, assisting veterans in physical therapy, assisting veterans in the clothing room, accepting donations, taking the coffee cart, water cart, and ice cream cart throughout the medical center to provide refreshments to veterans, participating in various activities in the Sunflower Memory Unit, and accompanying veterans from Sunflower Memory Unit on community outings. This summer, they partnered with the Shawnee County Parks and Recreation and assisted with all of the summer camps. They spent countless hours with youth at the camps. They also now are helping with the Boys and Girls Club of Topeka with before-school programming, spending quality time with club members while they eat breakfast, do some homework they forgot to do the night before, and just get them excited about going to school. They'll assist us also with our partner, Topeka Housing Authority, by distributing Operation Red Files to ensure that seniors and disabled have the Red File completed and on the refrigerator just in case of an emergency. The team has also been gracious enough to volunteer their own hours with TARP, with their SPARK program, where they provide childcare while parents are able to attend life skill classes. Americorp NCCC has provided the city of Topeka with a phenomenal opportunity, the engagement of a team of 8 to 10 young leaders who dedicate their lives to our community for a 90-day period and strategically assist with the improvement of the quality of life for our neighbors of all ages. We will forever be indebted to these future world leaders for their selflessness and commitment to our community. And with that, it's my pleasure to introduce to you the Sun 5 team lead, Haley Merritt.
Good afternoon. As our team gets situated for our presentation for you, we will do introductions of everyone on the team, as well as go over some of the projects that we've been working on in your community. So my name is Haley Merritt, and I am from Grand Rapids, Michigan.
My name is Alyssa Gresh, and I'm from Lisbon, Ohio.
My name is Ruth Jeffers. I'm from Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
My name is Jalen Wallace. I am from Toledo, Ohio.
I'm Jackson Touchberry. I'm from Ypsilanti, Michigan.
And the members sitting among you, we have Ozzy Stahl from Venice Beach, California.
We have Warren Nix from Toccoa, Georgia.
We have Amber Kennedy from Southeast Missouri. And we have Elsa Eager from Fairbanks, Alaska.
So Americorp NCCC, the NCCC stands for National Civilian Community Corps. And so the members, we are made up from 18 to 24-year-olds in the 10-month-long commitment program. We serve in the Southwest region, and we are based out of Aurora, Colorado. And our full mission statement is to strengthen communities while developing leaders ourselves. And we also serve on 3 short-term projects, usually around 9 to 12 weeks. So in Topeka, we are sponsored by the City of Topeka, specifically the Department of Neighborhood Relations. And we are split between 3 main entities: the Shawnee County Parks and Rec, the Eastern Kansas VA Health System, and the Topeka and Shawnee County Public Library. And when applicable, we also work with other nonprofit and departments in the area. And while serving here, we also live here.
So as Alyssa stated, we're currently serving with the Topeka Department of Neighborhood Relations. Their mission statement is as follows: to facilitate multiple programs and services that maintain and enhance the city of Topeka's quality of life to ensure economic and social benefits. We are very privileged and grateful to be able to be serving alongside this program because it also offers a lot of opportunities for us to develop as leaders, specifically to enhance the quality of life, not only for our program, but also for the community members of Topeka and the Shawnee County, as well as to ensure basic human needs and to empower education and leadership here in the county as well. So our service through the Department of Neighborhood Relations is a wide variety of projects that we've had the privilege to work on. A couple of our projects we have been able to serve at a city council meeting where we were introduced by the mayor and to meet city council members. We've also been able to participate in a block walk to hear the concerns of local neighbors and to be able to empower them and give them a voice to make those concerns turn into actions. As Monique stated earlier, we've also been able to partner with an organization called TARC for their Spark Nights, as well as other nights for ISP hours, or service learning hours, as well. As you can see, we have Jackson and Ozzy creating wooden nails for the supplies and materials that they create themselves and innovate for their community partners at that organization. We also have Elsa and Amber sewing and crafting sensory buckets for the members that they serve. We also have Warren Nix innovating new materials and technology for the organization that he was able to create himself. Kudos to him, that is not my department of forte. We also have Ozzy and Ruth cutting down cardboard pieces and supplies to focus on recycling and sustainability at that organization. Another outlet that we've been able to serve at the Department of Neighborhood Relations is with the Highland Park High School students. We have been able to go on an outing in Lawrence to go on a historical tour with the gifted students. We've also been able to serve at the community cupboard with Quinton Heights Elementary School to gather materials and sort them for the community members that they serve.
One of our primary sponsors has been the Shawnee County Parks and Recreation Department. Our work is to assist them in their mission to proactively respond to changing demographics, maximizing all available resources, and providing quality parks, recreation facilities, and programs that enhance the residents' health and promote economic vitality and long-term sustainability. Our work with the Parks and Rec connects to our program's goals because we are able to promote the healthy futures of those who utilize the parks and their different recreation facilities, as well as providing opportunities for youth to develop in their own leadership skills. Much of our work with Parks and Rec was serving at 2 of their summer camps, Passport to Adventure and Back to Nature. Much of our work was assisting the camp counselors in running activities and interacting with the kids and ensuring they have the best time possible at these camps. Some examples are playing kickball with them and also playing ring toss games, so encouraging them to be active while they are not in school. Another example of an activity is playing tug of war at Passport to Adventure. We also help them with lots of crafts. As you can see there, 3 of us creating lanyards for the kids to finish themselves. So we encourage them to both be physically active and to be creative while at the camps. Outside of the summer camps, we have assisted Parks and Rec in multiple other maintenance projects at their various locations. One example was clearing some overgrowth in the trails at the Big Shunga Park. We also picked up lots of trash from the Gage Park storm drain, which is a place where we had started with Back to Nature. So we were going full circle, helping the kids during the camps and then cleaning up what was left from that. Another example of work we've done was maintaining some of the facilities at Gage Park, such as raking mulch outside and cleaning a playhouse. Much of our work has also been organizing lots of closets in different shelter houses.
Also, while here in Topeka, we've had an opportunity and great honor to work with the Eastern Kansas VA Health Center. The mission is to promote the health and wellness of the veteran population that we serve. Also, while there, we engage with the veterans and staff on many different levels. We promote growth missions there. We support those who need the assistance the most, as well as we develop new professional skills. While at the VA, we have a lot of fun, but we also make a huge difference. In this picture, you see Ruth helping to maintain and plant flowers in the front of the VA. You also see Jackson here serving coffee to the veterans, which they love. We do a lot of other things as well, such as working with the physical therapy patients, giving them comfort and helping them out. As well as you see Haley in this picture. She is answering phone calls in the VA Volunteer Services Department. Those are not the only places that we work in the VA. We also have the privilege of working in the warehouse department. And in this picture, you can see Amber doing just that, as well as working in the canteen, which has excellent food, by the way.
Two of the 5 days, we are at Topeka and Shawnee County Public Library, whose mission is sparking curiosity and connecting our community through literacy and learning. And at the library, we're all pretty thoroughly split up. They have us doing a lot of different projects, both in the library and outreach in the community. And the way that the TSCPL relates to us is we get to engage in education for youth, creating healthy futures, and we get to help provide a safe and collaborative space that the library likes to maintain. So recently we have been charged with coming up with some programming for their new learning center, which just opened up a couple weeks ago. And here we have Alyssa, Jay, myself, and Ozzy playing with two members of the community, just really going to town on some Legos. Over here they are making origami cranes, which turned into a banner and is still hanging up in the corner of the space. We've been able to do some outreach programs. One of our favorites is Red Carpet Services, which is a service that brings books and DVDs to seniors in the community that can't make it to the library themselves anymore. As well as here, Haley and I are doing a presentation for preschool teachers, telling them about resources and services that the library can provide that can benefit them and their students and their parents better. We also get to go on the Learn and Play bus. It's a picture from inside the Learn and Play bus, which, if you don't know, that is a mobile preschool that goes and does outreach in the community and tries to access those young preschool age kids that can't either afford or get to a preschool themselves for a variety of reasons. So they bring a preschool to them. It's a giant bus, it folds out, it's just a preschool in there. And then we also get to do outreach storytelling. Here we have Amber doing story time at Westbridge Mall down the play area. We also get to go out and do a lot of card sign-ups and raising awareness of the Dolly Parton Imagination Library. Thank you very much. So if you have any questions at this time, we will answer them.
I'd be curious about your impression of Topeka.
Well, we got a lot of different. Go for it.
So for me, coming from Ohio, it's kind of the same. Very flat. A lot of trees, a lot of green. I've been told that it's really not like this time of year, so that's surprising. But for me, it seems like home. So it was really nice to come to a community that feels like home to me.
Since being here in Topeka, I've actually kind of fallen in love with your city. To be honest with you, it kind of reminds me of home. I'm from Toledo, Ohio. It has that deep Midwestern feel. And living in Texas for the past 5 years, it feels like home. I really enjoy your city. You guys have a very hospitable attitude. You know, you guys are very warm, and I look forward to coming back in the future.
How are you chosen for the Americorp? What do you get paid? Any other financial benefit? And how long does it last?
So all of our core members, they go through an application process online. They get to share their motivational statements as well as what they're looking for and their own professional development goals. So to join the program, they fill out an application and then they go through an application process, and about 30% of the applications are chosen. So in this program, you receive the best young adult leaders to serve for quality time in your communities. We receive a modest living stipend that we use for our budgeting, for our food, and for our living. And we serve in this program for 10 months. We go on 3 round projects, anywhere between 6 to 12 weeks. We've currently been in Topeka from July 10th and we'll be departing, unfortunately, on September 14th. And our next round project will be taking us to Jackson, Wyoming to be working with Habitat for Humanity.
You mentioned that you're going to stay in a Habitat house that's already built, and then as a team build another house or help build another house in Jackson. What other groups there have you targeted that you're going to do any service with, or any groups that you want to collaborate with, like you have here in town with multiple groups? Will that happen, or will it just be Habitat for Humanity, or what's your plan?
So our main sponsor is the Habitat for Humanity. Similarly to our main sponsor here is with the Department of Neighborhood Relations under the City of Topeka. We do something called service learning projects, where our team, they try to receive 80 hours of community service outside of our main sponsorship. So while we are in Jackson, Wyoming, we will be implementing and reaching out to local organizations to see if there is any other need that we could partner with them while we're serving there. As of now, I'm not quite sure what that will look like, but we are very eager to learn and to fully immerse into that community.
Do you all stay together as a team for the full 10 months, or do you transition out to other teams?
Together for the full 10 months.
How are you picked as a team lead, and do you have to work with Americorp previously and then come back to be a team leader, or what's that selection process like?
The selection process is similar to a core member, however, it is more situational based. I was not a core member before joining as a team lead. However, in my own professional experience and background, they felt that I had the qualifications to be in this role, and I'm very grateful that they've given me the authorization to do so.
Not so much a question than a statement, but as Ruth was sitting at our table here, I had the pleasure of helping to establish the Americorp Southern Regional Campus in Vicksburg, Mississippi, which was previously All Saints Episcopal School, still is to this day. And what you did in 2015 for all the folks from Hurricane Katrina was outstanding. And even though you probably weren't part of it, your predecessors and those that will come afterwards have made such a difference. So I can't tell you how much it means for what you do for these communities. Thank you.
So I just wanted to say, this is an amazing group of young people. They're near and dear to my heart right from day one. If you listen to Jackson just gave the best description of the Learn and Play bus. So they learn what they have to do, and they just like it becomes part of what they're doing. And so they're with us for a very short period of time, and they're very dear to us, and I know they're dear to Monique. And so if you see them in the community, please say hi, because this is our future, and I'm super excited about it. These are the people who are going to be running our country after we're done, and I am super excited about it. So I just wanted to say that, so thank you.
They shared with us how they are making a difference, not only here in Topeka, but all over the country. So they're really being Rotarians connecting the world. What more could we ask for? So you too get making a difference button.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, the rest of you can't just sit there and get your buttons. You got to come up.
Jody, we mentioned that our city council person, Karen Hiller, came to Topeka as a Vista volunteer. I'm not going to say how many years ago.
Oh, wow.
So Karen, does this bring back memories?
Absolutely.
Great. We ask our speakers to sign a label of a book that we give to Ross Elementary School. So I don't have a pen up here. So shall we give them another hand? And Monique, we have a Make a Difference button for you too, and for you to also sign the book. Next week, we will be at the Capitol Plaza, which is at the other end, in the Emerald Room, and we're going to have an exciting presentation on the 400-year anniversary of Africans in America. So I think that should be an interesting program. Also, I'm asking the executive committee to stay after this meeting for us to have a brief meeting. And with that, shall we end with the four-way test? With the things we think, say, or do, is it true? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? And will it be beneficial to all concerned? And will it be fun?